on Friday with a high 25. Mostly sunny, 35 on Saturday. And for Sunday, rain or freezing rain a possibility with a high 38. Overnight low was 50. Yesterday's high was 39. We've had 3/4 of an inch of rainfall here in the last 24 hours at the WFIW studios. Current conditions, humidity at 100%, winds from the north at 4 miles an hour, the pressure at 29.9. Right now, rain continuing to fall. We've got 43 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. And it's time for Morning Coffee. Morning Coffee brought to you this morning by TTT Designs at 1411 West Main in Fairfield. Ready to complete your idea. Mules attire perfect for every season. Stop in and get your Mules basketball shirt for the next game. Available in size newborn through 5XL. Visit TTT for all your printing needs.
Good morning, and our good friend Ken Odie here.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here, Ken. This has been a wild and woolly morning here at the radio.
Tumultuous morning.
Our overnight email went out. I'm sure they sent us an email to tell us that. But we've been following this story that came to us overnight, and it's kind of scary, quite honestly.
We're not used to things like this in our fair little community.
No, we aren't. Apparently, we've been the police have been out checking with our canine unit overnight, all night. Somebody was involved in a home invasion last night. It's believed to be Kyle Adam Tercero, described as 5'10", 205 pounds, brown gray-haired man wearing glasses. He's also got gauged earlobes and a tattoo on his chest. Police also say that he might have an open wound to his neck. They started searching last night, and they believe there's no connection between this and the Wayne City death, the body that had been found there yesterday.
Correct.
Immediately on social media, there were people trying to make that connection. But the police that I've talked to, I talked to the chief and I talked to the sheriff's department, they make no connection between the two.
I believe they had spotted him on down in my neighborhood in the southeast part of town.
Northwest 9th, around that area?
Late yesterday afternoon, and evidently he got up the northwest part of town somehow.
Now, this guy apparently had already been convicted of burglary. He was out on sentencing. So we're talking about somebody who is a convicted felon, who's wounded, who's on foot. This sounds very dangerous.
Well, I think he would be considered dangerous. Obviously, I don't think he's armed, but, he's looking at prison, so.
Yeah. Anyway, so we came in. This sort of landed on us. The chief was nice to have sent us an email overnight. Of course, we didn't get it.
Yeah.
So thank you to the police department for trying to reach out. They did put the picture on Facebook. We've reprinted the picture of Tercero on our Facebook page, if you want to go there to be able to see what he looks like. But I would be very careful. If I saw anything that resembled this guy, I think I'd be contacting the Fairfield Police Department at 842-2159, or
just
I would call
911.
911 would get it as well. So anyway, that we needed to share.
And it behooves people to do this anytime, but especially now. Don't leave your keys in your car.
Oh, yes.
And lock your house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Well,
Now, remind me again, what's the number for 911?
We have to look at that.
I'll email that to you.
Well, thank you.
It starts with a 9.
All right. So if we get an update, Jeff has gone downtown, Jeff Vaughn, and if we get an update on that, we will get back to you.
Yeah, we will get him on the air as soon as we get that update.
I have a stack of stuff that got a little bit neglected this morning by virtue of what was going on.
So it's a thin stack of stuff.
It's not that thin. It's thin though, by my standards. So if you don't mind, I'll get into that. You run the controls over
Have
there.
at her.
All right, birthdays today. It is the birthday of the Sultan of Swat,
Babe Ruth.
the Bambino, in 1895. I always liked the old black and white movie of him. You know, I'm trying to remember the guy that was in that. I'm completely without my stack of stuff,
Yeah.
research. I'm without. Anyway, Babe Ruth on this date, 714 home runs, I believe. That got eclipsed by Hank Aaron, who I believe to be still the home run
Agreed.
champion, not the guy that juiced. Ronald Wilson Reagan,
Oh, yeah?
1911.
Born in Illinois and Dixon.
De Gipper.
Did anybody hear his name mentioned? If you didn't watch the Super Bowl, you wouldn't have. Tom Brady comes to the line of scrimmage and yells, Reagan.
Yep, I did hear that.
Yeah, and of
And
course,
then 'cause
everybody
the
made a
play
big
went
deal
right.
about it. Yeah, that's what
And
Romo said. Romo says all he's saying is that they're going to go right.
Yeah, we're going to run right.
Amazing, but and people made a big deal about that politically.
Of course.
If you, it's, like,
Why not?
why didn't you say Obama? And then where would we go?
You left. You go left. Now, what would you do if you ran one right up the middle?
We got to
What
find
would
some
you
other.
say?
I don't know.
I'm not so sure that person exists anymore in government.
There's no middle. Zsa Zsa Gabor. She was born in 1919, died in 2016.
She was in a lot of trouble late in her life.
She was.
She slapped a cop,
Yes, she did.
did a couple of things.
She had sisters Ava and Magda.
And
She
I don't
was
think Magda was as famous as the other two.
no. Of course, Ava was known for Green Acres. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Loved that show.
Yeah.
I thought Ebb was very underrated as an
Me
actor.
too.
Very underrated.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We didn't see much of him after that either, did you?
No, he didn't.
Ava, or excuse me, Zsa
I
Zsa.
thought Arnold was a pretty good actor.
well, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
I loved it when Arnold had a pet, a basket hound. That's what they said. Zsa Zsa was Miss Hungary in 1936. Her real name was Gabor Zsa Zsa.
So she just switched them
Yeah,
around.
yeah. 9 husbands.
Wow.
She got around.
One of them was Conrad Hilton.
Hmm.
Here's the best quote I could find for Zsa Zsa. Quote, this is Zsa Zsa.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, I am a marvelous housekeeper. Every time I leave a man, I keep his house.
Yes, darling.
Now, was it marvelous or was it marvelous?
Marvelous. Yes. Rip Torn, born on this date in 1931. Elmore Rural Torn Jr. I liked him best as Artie in the Larry Sanders Show.
I loved him in Men in Black.
It was very good in that
Played
too.
Zed, and I love that line of, we're the best of the best of the best.
He won an Emmy for Larry Sanders. He had a lot of legal problems. He's still around. He's 88. He had a lot of legal problems himself. Now get a load of this. He broke into a bank thinking it was his home.
Yeah, how drunk was he?
Alcohol abuse was a problem.
You think?
Yes. He
Boy, this closet door's hard to open.
Yeah.
excuse me, I might choked on that. He got 2.5 years suspended sentence in jail and a lot of alcohol counseling
Yeah.
for trying to break into the bank.
And a lot of talk show guys giving him a real hard time.
Like us.
Like us.
Mike Farrell was born on this date in 1939. He's 79. Of course, he's best
BJ
known.
Honeycutt.
If Vaughn was here, he'd be all over this. MASH in 1975 to 83. He was the successor to Trapper John in that show.
Yeah, Trapper John came back to the States and worked at a hospital there. Here.
Mike Farrell is quite a bit of an activist, too. He's known for his political views.
Isn't he from the San Francisco Bay Area?
Might be.
He might be. I think he is.
Tom Brokaw, 79, or as somebody used to call him, Tom Blochow. A native of South Dakota. He was the main guy. Probably, when they had the big 3, as far as anchors. Probably one of the last ones that I remember really strongly. 22 years.
Yeah.
NBC Nightly News.
Saw him the other night. He was struggling.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
A couple other people that I'll just mention. Fabian, 1943.
Fabian. What
His real name is Fabian Fort.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
Fabian works better.
Yeah. Fabian Ford.
Natalie Cole, 1950.
Yeah.
famous dad, of course, Nat King.
She had some problems later
Yes, she
on.
did. Most of the people on the birthdays today had problems earlier in their life. Let's see here. Axl Rose.
He's had
There's
a lot
another
of
one that had problems, too.
Uh-huh. and they stem from alcohol and
Yeah, 1962.
Assault.
Axl Rose. Okay, more stack of stuff. On this date in 1778, the United States gained official recognition from France as the two nations signed a treaty that ended their hostilities soon after France surrendered to us.
France.
1899.
What year was that? Okay.
1778. The U.S. Senate in this date in 1899 ratified a peace treaty between the U.S. and Spain, and France also surrendered to both us and Spain.
They're apparently good at it.
Very good at it.
Yeah.
1933, the 20th Amendment to the Constitution. Anybody want to take a guess at that one?
That
Declared
gave
in effect.
women the right to vote, didn't it? Or
No.
was that 18th? That was
No.
18th, wasn't it?
This, the start of presidential and vice presidential and congressional terms from March to January.
Ah, okay.
All right. 1952, Britain's King George died. His daughter, Elizabeth II, succeeded him. Guess what?
Still there.
She's still there. Yeah. 1956, St. Patrick's Center opened in Kankakee, Illinois. It was the first circular school building in the United States. Isn't that interesting?
That was at McNamara, wasn't it?
Yes, you're
Bishop
right.
Mack.
Came back, right?
1971, on this date, NASA astronaut Alan Shepard and he had a 6-iron, and he used it inside his spacecraft, swung 3 golf balls on the surface of the moon. My understanding is he sliced right.
And I bet, is that not the Guinness record
it
for
may-
the
it
longest
may
hit
still
of
be going.
golf ball?
Mm-hmm.
It may still be going.
You could, if you get under a 6-iron on the moon, it'll go away.
Yeah.
If they actually went to the moon.
That could have been in Arizona too. You never know. Reagan's all over this today. In 87, he turned 76 on this date and became the oldest U.S. president in history. In 72, over 500,000 pieces of irate mail arrived at the mailroom at CVS when word leaked of an edited for-TV version of the X-rated movie The Demand would be shown. It was never shown.
Yeah.
They renamed Washington National Airport to, guess what, today?
Reagan International
Yes, they did.
Airport.
1999, excerpts of Monica Lewinsky's videotaped testimony shown at President Clinton's impeachment trial. Of course, he did not get impeached. 2000, Hillary Clinton said she's going to run for the Senate on this date. And on this date in music, Frank Sinatra made his debut as a vocalist for radio's Your Hit Parade in 1943. Sonny Bono announced his candidacy for mayor in 87. And 50 Cent, or is it 50 Cent?
50. It's
It's
50.
50.
I'm
It's
sorry.
50.
I'm not. I have no street cred.
50 Cent.
50 Cent had his debut album, Get Rich or Die Trying.
It's one of your favorites, I bet.
It's on my iPad, yeah.
Remember when 50 Cent threw the first ball at the baseball game? Remember that?
No. I'm sure that was a thing of beauty.
He threw it, and his arm went one way, the ball went the other way, and then it bounced about 3 times before it got to home plate.
Bounced about 50 times.
50 times.
50
times.
I'm not going to give any cast any aspersions. I had to throw out the first ball at a baseball game in Texas, not a college game because I was the president of the college, and I warmed up, and I bounced that thing 4 times. It was embarrassing. I don't think I'd ever do it again.
No?
No, but not that anybody would ever
Well,
ask.
on the
That
Big Bang
always
Theory,
happened there was the baseball coach was sucking up.
Yeah.
That was-
They had Wogglewitz throw out the first pitch at an Angels game, and he practiced for years. Finally, he had the Mars rover take it up there.
You're
Yeah,
talking
remember
about
that? Yeah.
from
the Big Bang Theory.
Probably one
Wallowitz,
of the
yeah.
greatest first pitches was after 9/11 when President Bush goes out to the mound.
He
So
zapped
it's a
one, didn't he?
strike, yeah.
I mean, and
They said he'd been warming up down in the tunnel though to make sure.
He wasn't gonna make
I mean,
it. Well, I think Obama
This
did
is-
a good job with that,
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
if
he
I'm not
did.
mistaken. He probably didn't throw it as fast as Bush.
But that was the most,
But he was wearing a bulletproof vest also.
yeah, and that
Bush was?
that had to have been the most poignant
Yeah.
first pitch ever thrown out. And
Yes.
for him to throw a strike, I mean, how,
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just,
Yeah. Want to remind everybody that there's going to be a Fairfield Chamber event. I sure hope they move it inside
I think they're going to have to.
at Carter Turf and Tractor. That's coming up at 10:30 today. So if you're a member of the chamber, you might want to show up for that ribbon cutting. Good luck to Gary and
Great looking
Gary
building.
and Nate and his crew.
Yep.
Looks great.
Oh
out
my
there.
goodness,
it does.
it's beautiful.
It is
Absolutely beautiful. Also, one other thing before we take that break, I want to mention that I am going to be featured at the Quail Upland Game Alliance meeting that's coming up. It's a liar's banquet.
Is that Quagga?
Quagga.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody knows about Quagga. Come hear the best. Well, I don't know if you can put me in this. You got some interesting names here. Lucas Halbert, best student liar from FCHS. You've got Mike Dreeth, a commentator.
At least you're not a liar.
Well, Mary Musgrave, teacher, retired from FCHS. Roger Hobbs, a preacher and a teacher.
You know,
Anyway,
that's
it's
kind of
going to be on March
ironic,
22nd.
Preacher
It's a
that's
Friday
liar.
night. Yeah, you don't really want that.
Yeah.
March 22nd, Fairfield First Christian Church, dinner and the Liars Banquet. Now, I've never done one of these before. They say what you do is you go up and you either tell some really unbelievable live story, true story, or you do a lie, and then they decide afterwards whether or not you were telling the truth or not.
I've done a couple of these before.
Have you really?
They are.
You might be able to help me.
They're a lot of fun.
Well, there's a
They're a lot of
full,
fun.
a great dinner, chops, chicken, potatoes.
Up there, say Morning Coffee just had its 5,000th listener. Tune in today.
But that would be true.
No, we got more than 5,000.
Well, we at least have
It's early.
quite a few people. Not that many on the video, but I'm sure have more than that. But anyway, long and short, that's coming up on the 22nd. If you'd like tickets to that, you can get a hold of me or Don Sutton. Don Sutton, you can call 599. He's at 3511. So I'll tell you more about this as we get closer to it.
All
Let's
right.
take a break. You're listening to Morning Coffee on WFIW and WFIWradio.com.
WFIW weather brought to you by Subway. Get to Subway for the 7 for 7 menu. Choose one of 7 different 6-inch subs, including favorites like the Italian BMT and Black Forest ham, plus chips and a 21-ounce drink, all for $7. Subway, make it what you want.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another time capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when we watched Vice President Gore and Ross Perot debate the NAFTA trade agreement on Larry King Live?
How do you stop it without NAFTA?
Give me your whole mind.
I haven't heard the answer, but go ahead.
That's because you haven't quit talking.
The following week, Congress voted yes on NAFTA. Jacksonville was invited to join the NFL. In Las Vegas, Evander Holyfield won back his heavyweight title from Riddick Bowe, despite a surprise 7th-round visit from a parachutist who landed on the ropes and was beaten up by the folks at ringside. Barry Bonds was picked as National League MVP for the 3rd time in 4 years. And here's what the radio is dishing out. All these songs came out together. But when? The answer and a little taste of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Hi folks, this is Sandy at Gill Sales and Service. When it comes to laundry, it's true what they say. They don't make them like they used to, but Speed Queen still does. Speed Queen washers and dryers are built using premium metal components, not plastic. They're manufactured with rugged, commercial-grade construction, and they're pushed beyond their limits in their state-of-the-art lab to deliver 25 years of premium performance in your home. Speed Queen, built better to last longer. Get your Speed Queen at Gill Sales and Service, 1605 West Main in Fairfield.
November 1993. And then a hero comes along.
Mariah Carey and Hero, the top song of November 1993. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another time capsule.
Attention Harley owners, get your Harley serviced with Roadhouse Harley-Davidson in Mount Vernon and save money with gift certificates from the Big Deal Store. A $100 gift certificate for service will only cost you $70 at the Big Deal Store at WFIWradio.com.
Looking for a little more comfort in your life? Call the expert Complete HVAC and Plumbing, your Carrier dealer. Carrier dealers are the authorities at getting peak performance from your heating and cooling system. So call your Carrier dealer first. He has ways of making you very comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts. Call Sam or Kara at Complete HVAC and Plumbing and sign up for a service agreement check of your system. They have 3 levels of service agreements to choose from, so call 445-3329 and schedule your service today.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area, and at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
Lights, camera, action. Time to return to morning coffee on the station listened to, not just heard. WFIW.
Morning Coffee brought to you by TTT Designs. Right here in Fairfield, they'll design and print your idea. Let TTT bring your design to life on items like shirts, coffee cups, car wraps, banners, flags, and more. With over 1,000 different items available for printing, TTT will find the perfect one for you.
Well, I was stand corrected. I guess I don't understand the distinction between being impeached and being kicked out of office.
Yeah. Bill Clinton was impeached,
but
he was not removed
from office.
2 separate votes, evidently.
Okay. So, all right. So I just wanted to clarify that. Tom set me straight, and I believe him because he's never ever told me a fib before. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go.
He
with
couldn't
him.
go to the Liars Banquet.
Yeah. No, I will go to the Liars Banquet, and I will knock it out of the park because I practice. So, Ken, how are you been?
Practice lying?
Well,
no.
Okay.
Yes, of course I do. I'm married.
Yeah.
Come on.
Aren't we all? We're all experts.
Oh, boy.
I've been well.
Yeah, you are. You look good.
Enjoying life well. Thanks.
I tell you something. You fell off the wagon, didn't you? I mean, as far as when you went on that cruise?
And I'm kind of easing back onto it. Actually, I'm not able to get back up into it.
I'm down 11 right now.
Good for you.
I'm really trying to get to 25. I gained that to 22 or 23 when I first moved here because I wasn't thinking about it. I just grabbed anything I could while I was doing that in the news for a month and stuff.
Is it 11 or is it 13? Because you told us 13 earlier this morning.
Actually, it's 35.
35.
No.
Okay.
Actually, I started
He's practicing for the Liars.
I started at 22.
In between, I guess. Or?
Well, you see, you don't understand. I'm setting you up for the Liars Banquet. Actually, I started like I'd say it's more like it's 224, and now I'm at 211. So it is 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I figured you'd be discussing
I just want to give you credit where credit's due.
Well, I do appreciate
the items coming out of the winter meetings they're having now for baseball of a universal DH.
What's that mean?
They're going to have a DH in both leagues.
I hate that. It takes all the strategy out of the National League.
Because the games lasted longer last year than any time before.
Well, that's not because of the fact of a DH.
Also, a pitcher will have to face 3 batters when they come into the game.
Oh, I hate that rule.
Yeah.
That takes the specialist out of it. I mean, the Loogie.
No, it's not. It isn't that this year. These are proposals. Of course, the owners are negotiating with the Players Association.
If I was a 40-year-old left-hander could still get one guy out, that would kill my opportunity to come back.
I was going to say that would put Brett Cecil out of a job, but he never faced an entire first batter in the season.
I know it. He can't.
It's kind of interesting. Some of the proposals. Those are the major 2.
Mm-hmm. You know, did you see that they've just given up on finding somebody to be the host of the Academy Awards?
Oh yeah.
Remember they got into it with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
He was
they
essentially
had somebody else that was interested.
No, they say that they will have various big-name presenters will appear at the show. Tina Fey, Whoopi Goldberg, Brie Larson, Daniel Craig, and Jennifer Lopez are among the 13 stars who will be present. So that it sounds like they've just.
I think
given
that's
up.
the same night as my Andy Griffith marathon.
I don't want to. I don't want to watch it because of. I know it'll be all politics.
I would rather watch Steel Magnolias and the Academy Award, and that's saying something.
Well,
I'd
speaking
rather
of,
watch a Hallmark movie. By the way, I saw where Hallmark is going to start running Christmas movies year-round.
are you
yesterday.
kidding me?
Why wouldn't they?
Oh man!
I know.
Well, they were starting at about mid-November now.
Heck, they started in July. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
They had Christmas movies starting before you saw Christmas.
July.
stuff
Christmas
on
is
the
just
store.
around the corner.
truth of the matter is, it's the same. Every movie's the same theme.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to see one where the maybe, the guy walks in and he's got the cookies and the gingerbread man and she's back there baking and he whips out a 9mm and shoots up the place. But they won't do that. I mean, it's just something different.
You did that while I took a drink.
There's always a festival involved in it.
Yeah.
There's always
A single parent.
Yeah, single parent, exactly. Or I've known this person before. Or this is a reporter on special assignment in Snowbird Village,
Idaho,
USA.
Yeah.
Oh, we love Christmas here. You have it year round. Well, no, you don't.
And there's always somebody who doesn't like Christmas.
Of course.
And they have to be persuaded to like Christmas.
There's always gingerbread baking.
Yeah.
Oh, humbug.
Mm-hmm. You see,
Well,
you're a candidate to be a star in a Hallmark movie.
I could.
Ball humbug.
We're all married, and I'm going to take the supposition and believe that we're happily married, all of us.
Mm-hmm.
All shaking their heads good. All right. You ever heard of Cody Brown?
Cody Brown.
Cody Brown.
No.
I heard of Cootie Brown.
No, he has no reservations about going public with his 4 wives and their combined 18 children.
Is that the Sister Wives guy?
Yeah, that's him. 50 years old.
Don't watch it.
Unconventional Family, the stars of TLC's Sister Wives, which shows how they navigate a world that seems to shun their lifestyle. I wonder why.
Can't imagine that.
It's been on since 2010. The first wife, who's 46.
Isn't bigamy illegal in the U.S.?
Well,
except
I
in
looked
Utah,
that
right?
up. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints abandoned polygamy in 1890. That was
Just a while ago.
That was a while ago, and it prohibits it today. But the Browns consider themselves fundamental Mormons, and so they can do it. They think.
Okay.
But legally, it's not. I mean, he's only legally married, I think, to one.
Okay.
And the other 3 hang out. His first and only legally recognized marriage in 1990 to Mary. She was 19, he was 22. The newspaper shared that Brown's second wife, Janelle, came in 1993, followed by wife Christine a year later. Bigamy is illegal across the United States. The law, though, is... So I find that hard to believe. I want to tell you, I started to fret yesterday about Valentine's Day.
Well,
do you guys at all, are you thought about this yet? How far are we away?
About a week.
Okay,
Week
so
and
for a
2
moment,
days.
at this moment...
Or a week and a day, I'm sorry.
Am I? You should know.
Yeah.
You're in the flower business.
Right.
Anyway, Ken, for a moment, I'm not going to try to get you in trouble here, but have you thought about it? Think hard. No. Turner, have you thought about it?
I am reminded of it every day.
Because you got to order stuff,
as
right?
I walk through the house.
Okay.
And the shop.
Well,
I am reminded of it every day.
I don't know why, but I thought about it.
Oh yeah?
Yesterday, while I was downtown, because I want to shop downtown,
Right.
especially given what all's been going on. And I got it.
We didn't see you.
Well, I walked past your place. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I went to the go-to place for me when I get in trouble.
Okay.
All right. It's Carnaby Square. So I've thought of it, and I just want to, men listening out there, here's the thing. You might not get anything in return. Don't be upset about that. I think this should be reciprocal, though, don't you?
I just tell my wife, honey, every day is Valentine's Day.
Oh. Are you auditioning for the Liars Club?
I'm going to write your name. I'm going to write your name in. I'm going to give a call to
Would
the
that
folks
count
at the Upland game and say I've got the
Would
best
that count
liar
as a
I've ever
gift?
seen.
Does that count as a gift? That's a verbal gift. Here on I don't know how many watts this transmitter is. This is going
6,000.
all over Southern Illinois.
Here's what will not work. That will not work.
Oh, well.
And I've tried a Facebook post before.
Oh.
I love you.
You did.
I did.
You did.
Oh, I got in trouble.
Oh,
she bit me.
I
thought it was really nice.
She like you didn't slap you with a stick.
It was. What's wrong with that? Tell me what's wrong with
Roses are
that.
red, violets are blue. Here's 2 thumbs up for you.
Man, and let me guess,
Well,
you
tell me- well,
you
for a
probably
moment, tell
included
me-
an emoji with it too, didn't you?
Yeah, the heart.
Well, of course.
Throbbing heart.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute. So what's wrong with that? A public display of emotion and affection. What is wrong with that? You tell me.
I think some women not demand, that's an ugly word to use.
Be
but
very careful.
they
You're traipsing through a minefield here, Odie.
Yeah.
They want you to spend money.
Oh, so it looks cheap. Well, she knows.
One might think that,
She
Mike.
knows I'm cheap.
You're not cheap, you're thrifty. That's what
Yeah,
I
but
say.
that was
Thrifty.
even cheap for you.
What do you... Oh, we got somebody who wants to give some advice, I think. Let's hope it's not my wife.
Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, you guys, let me give you some advice about Valentine's Day.
Good.
Okay, I've been married 45 years, and here's how you do it.
All right.
You get your wife some candy.
Okay.
2 weeks after Valentine's Day, because then it's at least 50% off.
Actually, you can go the day after Valentine's Day.
And hold them for the next year.
I know that for experience. If you put them in the freezer,
I'm
it
not
will hold
done.
till next year.
I'm not done. I get my wife those little conversation hearts, because she hates them. So she just gives them back to me, and it's a win-win.
There you go.
So what you're saying is, you get re-gifted Valentine's gifts.
Yeah, but as long as I love them, who cares?
You are the man. You are the man.
You are our hero. Man.
Thank you very much. Well, that's great advice. That guy has it figured out.
I have we have some friends. Here's what they do on Valentine's Day and birthdays.
All right.
They don't buy cards. They go with their phone. This is the photo of the card I would have bought you, and give it to them.
Oh, no.
Is that Dreeth you're talking about?
No,
Okay.
no, it isn't.
Anyway.
Does he post it on Facebook?
Okay, so I'm going to... Can I tell you the story real fast that got me in trouble?
Sure.
Okay. So she said, I've got tickets for us to go to see James Taylor in Evansville. And I love James Taylor, okay? All right, so that's wonderful. We can go together for Valentine's Day. Let me take you to the Red Geranium beforehand.
Oh, in
because
New
she
Harmony.
loves that. She loves that place, okay? All right, so that's what I did for her, okay? So we went there, then we went to James Taylor, and then on the way home she said, so what'd you get me for Valentine's Day? I was absolutely speechless.
It turned around and gone to Golden Corral.
I said, but I put something nice on Facebook. Well, there's that. Oh, big mistake. Big red mark towards it. Don't ever do that. That was the thing that opened the floodgate.
Yep.
And so I've been sensitive about Valentine's Day ever since then.
So
it's a very dangerous time in a marriage.
So you never got James Taylor tickets for Valentine's Day again, right?
No.
Okay.
She's, that was a bucket list, and guess what? It's in the bucket.
Use Yo Gabba Gabba or something like that, some kids thing. Paw Patrol. Got your Paw Patrol tickets.
So, all right. So beware, all men.
Right.
Beware of what's coming.
Okay. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Now, what I do
Oh, here we go.
is I buy a nice gift
Yeah.
and put it in the trunk of the car.
Yeah?
If something like Mike just said comes up, I've got it in the trunk of the car.
So you're prepared for any and all occasions.
Yes, one gift, and I've had one in there for almost 3 years now.
You're the man.
Oh,
I love it.
I like
Well
that
done.
thinking.
Just keep it something set aside there.
All right. Well, let me tell you.
Good advice.
I can tell you one other brief story of what I used to do. She was studying for her master's degree, and she loved the little green cookies that you get at convenience stores. I don't remember the name of them. They were a little pack of 3 cookies that she loved. And she would say, I really need some of those
little green
crackers. I said, okay, honey. And I would get in the car. And I would just show you just what I'm a beautiful man. I went out to the convenience store south of town. They're not there. I went into the convenience store in town. They're not there. I finally find them, and I bring them home. And she said, thank you. It's taken 45 minutes of my time, okay? Mm-hmm. So next time she did that, which was about 3 days later, I went to a convenience store that had a case of them. And then I put them in my trunk, just like this guy. Mm-hmm. And when she said it, I went out and drove around for about 5 or 10 minutes. Came back in, handed her the cookies. Is that thinking or what?
Thinking, yep.
It is thinking.
So
I mean, do it no more because
that's
that PhD working.
It is. It is. I learned that in my advanced studies. Here's the thing, men everywhere. This show is instructive to you. What we try to do here is keep you in marital bliss.
Yeah.
And we're the guys to tell you that.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So let's take a break, huh?
All right.
We'll be back with more information. Ken's got some interesting stuff about Illinois laws we'll talk about.
All right. And, by the way, speaking of Valentine's Day.
Yes.
When you think Valentine's Day, think Black's Fashion Flowers in downtown Fairfield. Black's can make the day even sweeter for your significant other with candy and snack baskets, locally made Ravenswood Hollow soaps and lotions, clean burning soy candles, balloons, Fannie Mae candies, and of course, fresh floral arrangements. Call 847-7076 or stop by at 310 East Main in Fairfield. Shop early for the best selection. Black's Fashion Flowers, your florist with a personal touch, across from the courthouse in downtown Fairfield.
Be our Valentine at Steph's Coffee Shop in Mill Shoals. Our annual Sweetheart Community Supper is coming up. Reserve your spot now for Saturday, February 9th from 4 to 8 p.m. Seating is limited. Enjoy a beautiful house salad, mouth-watering ribeye, gigantic baked potato, crispy Texas toast, drinks, and dessert. All for $20 per person at Steph's Coffee Shop in Mill Shoals, Saturday, February 9th. Call 618-302-0775 or go online to Steph's Coffee Shop and Things to reserve now.
Get to Subway for the 7 for $7 menu. Choose one of 7 different 6-inch subs, including favorites like the Italian BMT and Black Forest ham. Plus, get chips and a 21-ounce drink, all for $7. Subway, make it what you want at participating restaurants.
You'll find sweet deals at Ubinger's Furniture Company's anniversary sale. Choose a piece of candy for an additional discount of up to 50% off your total purchase. That's sweet. You'll find furniture at Ubinger's from all the top name brands with special prices for this sale. And delivery's free too. See store for details. Hurry in before the bargains of up to 50% off are gone at the Sweet Deal Anniversary Sale only at Ubinger's Furniture Company, where the deals are worth the drive. Highway 50 East, Flora.
Everyone is talking about the future these days. With help from me, Steve Thompson, and Country Financial, you can own your future. All you need is the right plan to get you started. The kind of plan that will take into account all the things in your life that matter most. I can work with you to put the pieces in place with insurance solutions to help secure a comfortable tomorrow. No matter what stage of life you're in, now is the time to start developing a plan to own your future.
Time for that Fairfield area weather forecast. Rain likely today with a high 55. 90% chance for showers tonight, low 42. Showers likely on Thursday with a high 65. Sunny and colder on Friday, high 25. Mostly sunny, 35 on Saturday, and for Sunday, rain or freezing rain a possibility with a high 38. Overnight low was 48. Yesterday's high was 39. 3/4 of an inch of rainfall fell in the last 24 hours. Currently, humidity at 100%. Winds from the north at 4 miles an hour. Pressure at 29.9 and holding. Rain continues to fall. We've got 43 here at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield. Radar showing that line of storms moving to the northwest, moving out, moving toward Indiana right now.
show amounts to nothing. And there's plenty more of it. Back now to Morning Coffee on WFIWradio.com and 104.9 FM.
Morning Coffee brought to you by TTT Designs at 1411 West Main in Fairfield. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Well, we're back on Morning Coffee. We have anybody to talk to this morning, or are we free?
We are free.
We're free. Well,
So one thing about the rain, you don't have to shovel it.
that's true, but we got more coming.
Yeah, there's
an awful lot coming.
Yeah.
So anyway, so
Bad
Ken, besides us offering up good advice for men,
Sound advice.
Mm-hmm.
the kind of advice obviously unchallenged because no woman has called in and said, "Don't do that." I'll get that tonight.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah. No, they won't. Women will not call us and tell us not to do that.
Maybe it takes us.
Because you're going to get yelled at tonight. They don't want to yell at you on the phone.
Why would I get yelled at? All I did was tell the truth.
Oh, you're going to be in trouble for telling the truth.
My wife doesn't have access to a radio at her place of business, but
you know what?
I guarantee you, by 1 o'clock, she will know everything I said this morning.
Oh, I guarantee you, before then she'll know everything.
She probably knows now.
I could probably put a hammer through that radio in the car. That'd probably keep me out of trouble, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but you got to do it before you say it.
Well, now I can't do it.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Oops. I was in there hammering something, honey, and it went right through the radio.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ken, what kind of strange laws were you going to... Do we have another break, or can we slip
we're
right?
good. We're
We
good.
can slip right into trivia when we want to.
I'm just going to hit some of the high points.
These are
some of
Illinois
these have
laws?
obviously, gone by the wayside. A state law in Illinois mandates that all bachelors should be called master, not mister, when addressed by their female counterparts.
That's got to be something from 1842 or something.
I like it.
In Des Plaines, wheelbarrows with for sale signs may not be chained to trees.
That's just common courtesy.
In Eureka, a man with a mustache may not kiss a woman.
Really? Who's he supposed to kiss?
I don't know.
No, I'm not go there.
In Homer, it is against the law to use a slingshot unless you are a law enforcement officer.
Do many law enforcement officers carry a slingshot
I'm not
instead of
sure.
a firearm?
I think it's been replaced with a taser.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Illinois, it is illegal for barbers to use their fingers to apply shaving cream to a customer's face.
What are they supposed to do?
That has been
brushes,
rescinded.
the little brushes.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Yeah.
When's the last time you had a barber shave you?
I don't think I've ever had it.
Oh, I had one once. It was awesome.
That's what I hear.
If
I
you
hear
ever
they're
get the
incredible.
opportunity, do it. It was just awesome.
I know
Straight
where a
razor.
couple of real
Had that
barber
strap.
shops are.
Well, now I got to tell you, I did have them use the straight razor to do my, when I was a kid, my
the back.
sideburns.
Lower your ears, huh?
Yeah.
That's it.
It's awesome.
Huh.
In Illinois, it is illegal for anyone to give lighted cigars to dogs, cats, and other domesticated animals kept as pets.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. They could get get attached and
no
hooked.
Roy-Tans for the Bassets.
Oh well, I'm thinking Cletus is a closet cigar smoker.
You think so?
Yeah.
Now, here's one that we visited before. Dwarf tossing. This practice of hurling dwarfs in padded suits is outlawed in the bars of Springfield, Illinois, because it's dangerous and exploitive.
You know what? That is a dwarfs get no respect. If they want to be launched, if they get their jollies by being launched, I think they should be allowed to.
You know.
But isn't that interesting? That was an old one.
Mm-hmm.
So Illinois was way ahead of the curve when it comes to
I
dwarf
guess it's legal
tossing.
everywhere else in the state, but the practice is apparently allowed elsewhere in town with a special permit.
Oh, so if you get a permit
yeah.
and you go on the east side of Springfield, you can launch all the dwarfs you
Is
want.
this a line for the dwarf tossing
Got to
permits
pay that
here?
fee. Got to let Big Brother get his money before you throw that little person.
In Champaign, one may not pee in his neighbor's mouth.
That's hard to believe that that's on the books. That's amazing.
What? And who comes up? I mean, what if you're an alderman?
Yeah,
and you
someone's
get a
come to you
phone
and
call,
say, "I got a problem with this."
I got somebody peed in my mouth,
Yeah.
and we got to get that stopped.
All right, I'll take care of it.
I'll put a law up.
This was probably enacted by the legislature last week. We just don't know it. In Cicero, humming in public streets is prohibited on Sundays.
But it's okay other 6 days of the week.
Yeah, apparently so.
Well, what if I'm humming a hymn?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Amazing Grace.
Okay.
Let's see. Galesburg, there's a $1,000 fine for beating rats with baseball bats.
Well, that's probably a PETA thing.
Yeah.
In Chicago, it's illegal to fish in pajamas.
Well, you know, I can see that. You know, because, I mean, picture this scenario.
Okay.
You're on your way to Walmart.
Right.
You know, and you pass by a pond and you go, I'd like to go fishing.
Right.
So there you go. You get out. You're in your
You
pajamas.
get your
with your
Propel.
Ugg boots, and you're fishing.
You get your Propel,
Here's something that
pocket fishing.
that
Pocket fishing.
that our Albion friends may want to look at. In Kenilworth, Illinois, a rooster must step back 300 feet from any residence if he wishes to crow. Hens that wish to cackle must step 200 feet back from any residence.
I want to be the guy that measures that out.
Yeah.
Maybe draw a line.
Well, who gets fined? Do the roosters and the
know.
hens get fined, or do the owners?
In Moline, ice skating at the Riverside Pond during the months of June and August is prohibited.
Well, that's good to know.
They probably need to have ice first.
Yeah, you kind of do.
In Normal, it is against the law to make faces at dogs.
Really?
So you can't go up to a dog and go,
In
And
Peoria,
you can't give him a cigar either.
in Peoria, basketball hoops may not be installed on a driveway.
Well, that's the reason why they've really been bad in basketball for years in Peoria.
And my favorite,
Okay.
in Pullman,
Illinois.
Never heard of it.
Is that where they made the Pullman cars?
Maybe.
Might be.
It is illegal to drink beer out of a bucket while sitting on the curb.
Do you remember when they used to sell beer in buckets at homecomings?
Sure.
And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember that very distinctly. And it didn't take more than one bucket to really enjoy it. You know what I mean?
And my very favorite
Well,
one,
you know, in my experience with the buckets, I've seen several people drinking beer out of buckets,
like beer gardens and things like that.
You don't get a lot. You don't get to drink a lot of beer
No,
when you're
no.
when you drink it
Uh,
out of a
you know,
bucket, unless you have a straw.
Truth of
or
the matter, Rip Torn had a bucket of beer before he tried to
Yeah.
break into the bank thinking it was his home.
And also in Pullman,
Yes?
it is forbidden to fish while sitting on a giraffe's neck.
You've got to be
No.
kidding me.
I know you had that planned, but
Remember my story
Now,
about
has
my...
that ever happened? in
evidently it
Pullman
has.
before?
A lot of wild giraffe out there.
Yeah.
You remember my story about my dad
of Pullman.
couldn't pronounce giraffe. He called it giraffe.
draft.
And he always put a T on the end of once, twice, and
Once.
across.
Across.
Once, twice, across the street, I
He's
saw
not
a
the only
giraffe.
person that's ever done that.
Say what?
He's not the only person that's ever done
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's been a lot of people.
All right, so we got trivia time. It's about 9 before 9 if the wall clock is good. And Ken Odie, and this is becoming a trend, Turner.
It is.
The trend is
People
that
bring in their own trivia.
guests don't want to be baffled by our trivia and look bad.
Yeah.
They would rather be the baffler.
And make us look
I'll
bad.
tell you what, my good friend Marty.
And let me
he
tell
took
you,
guys
we
to
looked
task
pretty bad
yesterday.
yesterday.
We were the bafflees.
See, he lives down there in my neighborhood, so.
Marty?
Yeah.
He had a lot of fun, and we
Yeah,
enjoyed
he's
having
a good
him.
guy. He's a good guy. All right.
Okay, we're ready. I'm getting set.
Who was the first cartoon character to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
I have a guess. You have a guess?
I do.
I'll let you go first.
Mickey Mouse.
Correct.
That's what I had written down right there, Mickey Mouse.
I'm not going to take these are pretty simple.
I was kind of on the fence. Mickey Mouse or Steamboat Willie.
That was his first
Both are
cartoon.
acceptable.
Yep.
All right. What late disc jockey was the voice of Shaggy in the cartoon Scooby-Doo, Where Are You?
I'm going to have a problem with that, I think.
I think I know it.
All right, well, go ahead and I'll write down what I
Rick
think it
Dees.
is. That's
No.
what I wrote down.
No?
No.
Who is it?
Welcome, friends. It's Casey Kasem.
Was that Shaggy? Was
It was
Casey Kasem?
Casey
You're
Kasem
kidding me.
was Shaggy.
I had no idea. Did they ever bury him?
I don't know. I was thinking about that when I got the question. I thought,
Casey
went on tour.
is out visiting Ted Williams.
Could be.
Yeah, well, that was different. They took Ted's head off, if you remember.
Yeah.
Put that in ice.
Okay.
All right.
The splendid Splinter.
Who was the first wrestler to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame?
The WWE. So now I know old wrestlers, but I'm gonna take okay. I've just changed mine. You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say Hulk Hogan.
Incorrect.
All right, then I have another guess, but you can go ahead.
I got two guesses.
All right.
It's either Mean Gene or the founder of the WWE.
And that is?
I can't think.
McMahon?
Of the name.
Jim
McMahon.
Yeah. No.
Okay, I'm going to take then another guess.
All right.
Ric Flair.
No.
All right.
Woo! No. Andre the Giant.
Really?
I was surprised.
Saw Andre the Giant wrestle one time.
Did you?
In Benton, Illinois.
No.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. For a birthday gift, I took my dad and one of his buddies.
Right.
On front row seats. Benton, Illinois.
It was a good thing
Andre the Giant.
We had Macho Man
I
Savage
made the
here one time.
mistake of sitting between them.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of people think that's fake.
No.
Yeah, I made the mistake of sitting between those two, and that was a long night.
They got into it?
No, they practiced on me.
Oh.
Yeah, we had Macho Man Savage here at a wrestling match. The JC sponsored. And,
Randy
couldn't
Savage.
find him. It was time for him to go on. Went out to his he had a Camaro out in the parking lot. He was sitting out there and knocked on the window. Like, yeah. He was in there smoking some weed. He come in and started doing one-handed push-ups down in the locker room. The guy was impressive.
He was a
Cardinals
farmhand for the
yeah,
Cardinals.
Cardinals
Yeah,
farmhand.
Sure was.
I saw I did a ring announcing one time for, remember the wrestler, the boy from New York City?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of. And yeah, I did ring announcing when he came and
cool.
Yeah. That was neat.
All right. A blunderbuss is an obsolete type of what?
Oh, I know that.
If you know it, then you're going to have to tell us because I don't know.
All right. Rifle, firearm, gun,
Correct.
whatever.
What's that mean?
It was a gun. It had a big flared barrel on it.
Oh, I see.
About 15th century, 14th century, 16th, or 15th, or 16th
I
century.
didn't get into the history of it. All right. Number 5.
Okay.
I watch Pawn Stars a lot.
Good for you.
Moss, garter, and seed are common terms used in what handicraft?
Moss, garter, and seed.
I'm very unhandy, so I'm not going to even try.
Crocheting.
You know what, Mark? I'm going to give you that one. It's knitting.
Okay.
Okay, that's good
And
enough.
there's women out there saying, it's not the same thing. I can hear them right now. But all right.
And where's my Valentine's Day gift?
It's in the trunk.
I'm knitting it right
I
now.
got your spare tire.
Because you and I have one.
And you know what? And
already
you
got
know
mine.
what? If you're Cody Brown, I got you a spare tire, and I got you a lug wrench.
There
and
you
I
go.
I've got tires for all of you. One apiece.
What is the highest number found on a standard roulette wheel?
Oh, my. I don't gamble. So,
Man.
I'll take a guess and say 60. How about you?
48.
36.
36, okay.
All right. Question 7.
All right.
Who was the first man to appear on the cover of Playboy magazine?
First man. I'm going to be safe and say it was the founder, Hugh Hefner.
This was in April of 1964. I'll give you another clue.
All right.
It was not Hugh Hefner.
How about Sean Connery?
Good guess. No.
I was reading the articles. I didn't look at them. Frank Sinatra.
Nope. Good guesses. Peter Sellers.
Really?
The Pink Panther.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't understand. I didn't know that. Of course, I don't read that kind of smut.
Of course not.
Or look at the pictures either.
Is that in the trunk with your Valentine's
No.
Day gift?
There's nothing in my trunk. I have a pickup truck.
Sitting under the seat.
How many mattresses in Box Springs do you think had Playboy magazines stuck between them? with the United States.
Millions, probably.
Moms never looked.
No, they
never looked. They didn't want to find them.
All right, number 8.
Uh-huh.
What figure of speech, meaning including everything, comes from the 3 major parts of a musket?
3 major parts of a musket.
What figure of speech,
I
meaning
understand.
including everything, comes from the 3 major parts of a musket?
I know I'm going to know this. You got any guesses, Turner?
Now you're talking about a musket, like a
Yes.
rifle musket, right?
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Lock, stock, and barrel.
Correct. Very
Very
good.
good.
There's only 3
Wow.
parts to a musket.
Not bad, huh?
That is pretty good.
All right. Number 9. Which bird has eyes larger than its brain?
It really has a lot to do with many broadcasters.
Yeah. That would be the owl.
No.
No.
Oh, they're smart.
Yeah.
No idea.
Ostrich.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I get it.
Well,
All
yeah,
right.
because his eyes are bigger than his head.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, number 10. Who became both a vice president and president without being elected to
I know
either?
who it is. I know.
I think I know who this one is, too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Gerald Ford.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Ken Odie is always a lot of fun. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Ken. I really, really enjoy you. You're the Wednesday guy. Ken
the Wednesday
Odie,
guy.
the Wednesday guy here on Morning Coffee. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Who is our guest tomorrow?
Oh.
Well, what's his name?
I would
Oh, I
ask,
think
wouldn't I?
I'm Walt Townsend. No.
Oh, yeah, Walt Townsend tomorrow. That's right.
I believe
David
it is.
Sandwich on Friday.
Yep, that's it.
The proud voice of the Fairfield Mules and the leader in southeastern Illinois sports. This is WFIW FM Fairfield, Illinois, 104.9.
Time now for the news, brought to you by Boyd Furniture and Mattress Center, downtown Wayne City. No one beats their prices on Serta iComfort mattresses. See weekly pictures and prices on Facebook.
Fox News, I'm Carmen Roberts.
Tonight, I ask you to choose greatness.
President Trump calls on lawmakers